So I just recorded a video, and it's like, wow, this is almost 20 minutes long. People don't want to watch that if they're just curious about what this does. So this is a nice little re-recording. If you're interested in like the deets, like more of like the nitty-gritty details about what's going on here, feel free to check out that other video, and I do a pretty thorough walkthrough of like what my code is doing. And I guess like how it's all working. So I'm not going to show off like everything. Like if like this stuff right here looks neat, go watch that other video, or at least like the last like 5 minutes. That's where I talk about some I don't know some stuff. Yeah, this is just going to be a shorter version of that video where I talk about pretty much everything, but in less time. Like let's see, yeah. So I don't use any multiprocessing here. I was going to, but I found out that it's a little bit slower to use it on the mouse just because of how it's set up right now. And plus, my computer it's a laptop, so it's not like it's got a whole lot of processing power to begin with. But what this program does, let me just show you. So what this program does is it goes and it will detect my hand movement. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys my webcam here. I could have added in something to say like, hey, here's a picture of my webcam. Here's what my hands are doing. So you're just gonna have to trust me that I'm not touching from this point on, from right now on. I'm not going to be touching my mouse at least for like the next like 30 seconds or so. So I'm going to hold up my finger, and it's going to start following my finger. Oh, check that out! Isn't that cool? Ooh, and I'm going to try, and I say try. It's a little bit finicky sometimes. I'm going to try to click. Come on, click. By closing my index, by closing my index finger, it recognizes it and it gets it to click. Unfortunately, it is there's a little bit of a disconnect between the hand tracker class and my mouse class. It doesn't like. Oh, there we go. This is a little bit better. Okay, this is more consistent. The mouse doesn't exactly always like to play nice with the hand tracker, I guess. So the hand tracker is working great. When I continue to work on this, I'm going to have to improve my mouse class. I use PyAuto GUI to not to capture, to, okay, I'm going to put my hand down because this is, yeah. Actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to put my hand back up. If I want to just move my hand around without it following it, I'm going to put up my middle finger, and then, come on, there we go, there we go. So now it's recognized my middle finger, and it's saying, okay, cool, I'm not going to follow you. So I can put my hand down, except it still kind of follows me around because it mistakenly detects my middle finger as being down sometimes. All right, so my hand's off the screen. I'm going to go and I'm going to kill that and make it stop. I was saying something before. Oh yeah. So I use PyAuto GUI to control my mouse input. Using that, I can just tell it to go somewhere, and it does that. So yeah, there's definitely some room for some room for improvement there. My hand tracker uses Google's Media Pipe, which uses some neural networks. And again, if you're interested in knowing like how neural networks work in this, please check out that other video I do. I talk about that for 20 minutes. So, but it uses neural networks. To check stuff. I guess no. Yeah. So I use a neural network to detect my hand. It detects my hand, and then I have it feed that data into these other little neural networks that I trained myself. These ones that you see here, these 5 little neural networks, I trained myself. I dumped them using. I pretty much pickled them, saved them into this file here. Here I have a few different iterations. This one's the best so far. I have a bunch of old iterations too that are all old, obviously. These ones work better. So it goes through there and it finds the classifier. And so I have a classifier for each to detect when each finger is extended or when it's not extended. Like this one here detects when my thumb is extended. This one detects when my index finger is extended, or my pointer. This one is my middle finger. That one is my ring finger. That one's my pinky. So like I have a classifier there to detect when each of those is extended, and then it does stuff here. Right? It gets it in the update little thing here. It updates itself, captures a new image, processes it there using my hand classifier, and then it sets the hands, and that's where it calls on get gesture or set gesture. No, that's where it calls on that. It goes through there, and then it passes information and says, "Hey, I think," it says like, "Hey, this get gesture here. Like if it detects like, hey, my pointer finger is extended, but not my middle finger because that's the pause button. then it's going to follow. It's going to put in follow and coordinates, and then okay, well, over in the mouse, let's go look at the mouse.py. It says, hey, each update cycle, I'm going to look in the queue. I'm going to try looking in the queue. If I can't, then I'll just pass, and then but if I do get a command, then I'm going to execute that command. So like, if the command is follow, then set the mouse to something. If it says click, then it'll click. If it says right click, it'll right click. I had right click, but it wasn't working because I was using my middle finger for something else. So it's not working now. But yeah, yeah. So the two of these classes talk to each other, and So in the main loop here, it starts it. There's a little refresh right there. It says, "Hey, tracker, update yourself and post whatever information you have to the queue." And then the mouse gets fed that queue and says, "Hey, mouse, check if there's anything in the queue. If there is, do something and move around." And then it does that. So overall, this was a super fun project to code. Um, there are a ton more expansions that I can do, like so much more that I can do with this project. Neural networks are such a vast topic. I don't know. I hardly know anything about them. Yet I was able to write this code here. And again, if you're interested in like looking at this code, it's a little bit of a mess internally, as you can see from all these things. These are just like conceptual things. Feel free to check out the GitHub below. And again, if you're interested in more of this, go check out that other video, the 20-minute one. And then if you have any other questions, ask in the comments or message or however YouTube works. Yeah, that's everything. I don't want to bore you with all the other details if you aren't interested in learning about them. Um, so yeah, um, find me on GoDaddy.com/. I'm not actually on GoDaddy.com, and kickstart my career into building Skynet. Or I guess in this case, if this is Jarvis, I guess I'm building Ultron, huh? Well, yeah. Hope y'all have a good one, and thanks for tuning in. See y'all next time.